Welcome back to NewsWire. The PGA Championship is coming up this week, and who better to preview it with than Brady Kannon, who joins us now. Brady, welcome back to NewsWire. Great to see you. Before we move forward, let's quickly look back. I don't know that this will be a huge impact on this week, but man, I was so happy to see Rickie Fowler playing at a high level last week. That was a huge surprise. He finished 13 under. He didn't win. I had never heard of the guy who won last week, Kristoffer Reitan. That was a first for me, Brady. I don't know where you saw him on your card, and certainly we'll get into Rory's struggles here a little bit, but first let's dive in here to Kristoffer Reitan. Who is that?
Well, he's got a ton of talent. He's a PGA Tour rookie, okay, from overseas, a European kid, but there was a lot of people that expected this guy to kick the door down here eventually, and to do it at a signature event was huge. But, now that's the second kind of off the radar guy we've had get their first PGA Tour win at a big time event, big time golf course. Earlier this year, it was Jacob Bridgeman at Riviera, the Genesis Invitational, and now Reitan. So the game is in good hands, Craig. I mean, there's some young stars that, like you say, we haven't even necessarily heard a whole lot from, and here they are making a big mark on a big stage. And no doubt about Rickie Fowler. And I tell you, a little bit of selfishness here. I'm glad he didn't win because I'm on him this week. And the chances of him winning 2 weeks in a row, are kind of slim and none. So I'm really glad that he tasted the winner's circle a little bit, but came up just short because I think he could be ready to fire here this week at Aronimink.
Yeah, it would be something. It's been years since he's been a major factor on the PGA Tour. So the PGA Championship is this week. And what I find, Brady, is the practice rounds are getting a lot of attention this week. Seems like the players are talking about how they're going to have to play the course. Doesn't seem like there's certainty in terms of how this may go this week. So why is that happening in particular? Usually ahead of a championship, you really don't hear all that much, but a lot of the reporters are seemingly asking how to attack the course this week, and we're getting a lot of different answers.
Well, it's a 7,400-yard track, par 70. That's certainly not short, but it's not like Quail Hollow last week or Doral the week before where you're talking 7,600, 7,800 yards, and it really just caters to the bombers. And the bombers are what we've kind of been used to as far as flourishing at PGA Championships. Different from the Masters and the U.S. Open and the British Open, the PGA Championship has kind of become a bomber major, but I think it's going to be different this year because this course is a little bit smaller, a bit more claustrophobic, more of a penalty for missing fairways, a lot of slope in these fairways, and the greens are treacherous. The greens are very much like Augusta National with the humps and the bumps and the shaved runoff areas, not as fast as Augusta National. But I think what you're referring to there is we could see really two different golf courses this week. On Thursday, in the opening round, I think you could possibly get some fireworks and a lot of guys going really low because there is some rain expected on Wednesday evening. Around midnight Eastern, some rain is expected to last for 3 or 4 hours and soften up that golf course. High temperatures in the low 60s. Fast forward all the way to Sunday, and we're talking high temperatures forecasted in the high 80s. By that time, I think, for at least 2.5 days, I think we get a very firm and fast golf course. So that's probably what these guys are talking about. You could have two different golf courses between Thursday and Saturday, Sunday, and kind of attacking it in different manners.
Okay, fascinating. So Scottie Scheffler is the favorite. Rory McIlroy, who has been complaining of a blister, is plus 950. He's fallen back a little bit. Seems like a wide open PGA Championship, Brady, this week. You said you landed on Rickie Fowler. Who else?
Yeah, the shortest shot I took was on Xander Schauffele at 18-1. We saw him win the PGA Championship a couple years ago. He's one of the best Donald Ross players on the planet. He's had tremendous success on Donald Ross designs throughout his career. And then after that, Craig, pretty much all long shots. I mean, we're getting some incredible prices on top 10 players in the world. I got Patrick Cantlay at 55. I got Russell Henley at 56. Jordan Spieth at 56. Adam Scott at 70-1. Kurt Kitayama at 80-1. I got Rickie Fowler at 100-1. He's down to about 50 1. And then I took a huge long stab with Sahith Theegala at close to 200 to 1. So, I've got people kind of all over the board and all long shots, Xander Schauffele being my one shorter shot this week for the PGA.
All right, Brady, good luck with all your plays this week. We'll see you next week here on the show. Thanks again.
Sounds good. Thank you.